Hi guys, my name's Ty, and yeah, I'm just gonna kind of teach you or show you how to do SSL termination on the loadbalancer.org VA100G. This is relatable to all other load balancer appliances, so let's get into it. So we're back at the system overview of the load balancer VA100G. Again, we're in the secondary, just because I have that says my active at current, and what we're going to have a look at is the VIP that we kind of configured last time, which was for our two IIS servers, which were on port 80. And what we're going to do is change that to be configured on 443 by adding a SSL termination. One of the things that, if you have a look at the deployment guide, and what it covers is having your root certificate or your certificate available. Normally it's in PFX or .pem. Normally they're the two formats, highly used formats, I guess. I'm going to use PFX today, but normally sometimes a lot of customers use .pem. For that you need the private SSL cert, intermediary cert, and a root CA, just so you can load that in the correct format. On the load balancer. So just make sure that if you are uploading your certificate from your IIS servers, it is a fully fledged certificate, so it's got all that incorporated into it. So what we're going to do first is go to cluster configuration, SSL certificates, and then what we need to do is upload our file. So I'm going to call that IIS cert. I'm going to choose my certificate, which I currently have here. Need a password, because it is password protected as a PFX. I'll update that cert. There we go. And now we've got that updated, we can just go to system overview. Just to make sure we've got no reloads to do, cluster configuration, SSL termination, and here we're going to add our new SSL termination. This is kind of why we didn't make it 443 on our last video, because we knew we were going to come back and we were going to do this. And there we go, we selected our IIS VIP, which is port 443, which is going to be our new front end. And then we click, we need to choose our cert, so we need to choose our certificate, IIS cert, and then we can click update. I nearly forgot to choose my cert then. We could use the default one, but I do already have the certificate uploaded here, so we should be fine to go ahead. And once that's done, the reload, we should be able to go to the next part, which is up to system overview. And because it will ask for a reload, and make sure we reload HA proxy. We don't have to, but I always try to make sure I follow the process that I know it's going to need reloading. So I'm going to come back up here and reload it, and then back down to cluster configuration, and then down to virtual services. We're going to go down to our VIP, because we need to encrypt to the back end, which is down here. So under fallback server, you've got SSL, and we're going to enable back end encryption. It's going to ask us, do you mean to do that? We're going to say yes. Wait for it to update. And then we're going to reload HA proxy. Takes a while, but back to system overview. Scroll down. You can see our little padlock there, which means it's kind of almost ready, but we got a few more changes we want to make, or at least I want to make, for this implementation on the real servers. So I'm going to go down to this one here, IIS 01, and I'm going to change that port to 433, 443 even. I'm going to click update, click reload that, and then we're going to go back down to the next server, and again we're going to change that to port 443. Click update. Reload, and then we're going to go back to system overview at that point and check if we need any more reloads. Hopefully there isn't any, which is great. So no more reloads, and then what we can change it or test it. There we go. We are now accessing it over HTTPS on 203. So that's the server we're connected to. So if I go to 203 and I halt that server, because obviously we've got persistence, I think it's in a couple of VIPs, so it's going to take a while just to scroll through those. And once that's completed, it's completed halting that server, we're going to retest and make sure we can get to 202. There we go. So that's that done, and then we're going to go to a reload, and there we go. We are on 202. So we know with load balancing, we've got our connections going through, and we've got persistence, so we can turn that server back on. And there you go. That's how to add SSL termination at the load balancer. Pretty easy to do, pretty straightforward. And it is all covered in the deployment guide. So if you check out the deployment guide here, it is actually all covered in there for you. So load balancing, Microsoft IIS at loadbalancer.org. There's the deployment guide which you can follow, and that's the basic principles and how to work through it. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back for a next one, and maybe we'll configure the WAF. Speak to you soon. Cheers, bye.